I went into the Dricus and Kamaru Usman fight thinking there was going to be wrestling. Dricus lost to Hamzat. He said, I'm going to go away and I'm going to work on my wrestling. Man, that fight is just why I love mixed martial arts. I went in expecting some wrestling. I went away with, I don't want to call it a master class, but Dricus's striking was incredible. The question mark kicks. He has this awkward loop. He has these punches that, Kamaru did an interview. He said, he has an awkward rhythm or an awkward cadence to him. It feels different than when you fight other people. I was watching very closely to this fight. The striking was incredible. That question mark kick, I think 2 or 3 of them, I mean, rocked Kamaru. It looked like he was maybe gonna get, you know, knocked out. The guy didn't look like he was all there for brief moments. 6 or 7 times during that fight, I saw Kamaru in a place that, man, it takes me back to Leon Edwards with the head kick KO. It was rough. I mean, Dricus masterclass. And about this weird cadence or weird rhythm or weird striking pattern that Dricus has, I was watching and trying to pay attention to it. I was trying to see, what does Kamaru mean? You know, I went in trying to dissect, where are these punches coming from? What makes them different? What I saw, let me know what you saw, was a lot of almost, I want to say a looping punch. I don't know what you think when I say that, but just punches that come from a different place. I see like almost a lot of this too. Like, I don't watch anime, but I've seen like, you know, every once in a while I'll see like a meme or something and it'll just be an anime character doing this with no head movement. You see a little bit of that, not a lot. I'm not condescending. Dricus is incredible. We're gonna get there. But you know, sometimes he'll be in whatever stance because he switched stances a lot, and he'll go here without any head movement. He does do a lot of the ducking too. It reminded me of Gaethje a lot. But he has a lot of punches that'll almost like he's picking an object up and putting it down, but it's the guy's dome piece. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. Punches that, because you've seen Pereira pull it around and go for the hook. They call it a hook, but he just has a different cadence. He does have some normal stuff. That's the thing, is there's such an arsenal. He has the 1-2s, he has the anime, he has these looping punches, he'll duck. Those head kicks, oh man, and those knees, like I said, there were 6 or 7 different strikes that were just catastrophic. There was, I think, 3 very, very flush knees that Dricus landed on Kamaru Usman's head. It was an incredible fight. I said in another video earlier, I already posted it, I don't know how you can fight without doing cardio. Kamaru's knees are shot. You're fighting a younger guy. You've got to find a way to get that elevated heart rate for a long time, to get that, you know, that's, I mean, I don't want to say it's your base, but you know, a lot of people say wrestling's the best base because it is draining. Have you ever wrestled with someone? Even your little brother, let's say, you're out of breath in seconds. That's why, you know, it's so good on cardio. When you gotta walk downstairs backwards, I mean, how much cardio can you develop? So it really, you know, Dricus was able to just stay on top of Kamaru, outstrike him. He looked faster. Early on, it looked pretty good. Kamaru was looking pretty clean. And towards the very end, you know, last 10 seconds of round 5, Kamaru's swinging for the, you know, trying to get him out of there. And it was actually looking pretty dangerous. Dricus had to cover up. I think, and at the bell, Dricus landed one more big one. I don't know if it was flush though, it was hard to see, but the striking was just, I mean, wow. I did not think it was gonna be like it reminded me of kickboxing a little bit. Now we did see, you know, I went in expecting wrestling. We saw, I think, if I recall correctly, 3 real takedown, you know, when I say real, I mean, it wasn't stopped immediately. It didn't reach it, you know, get his hand slapped away. We saw Kamaru land a takedown and immediately Dricus worked all the way around him to, not quite to Kamaru's back, but worked all the way around him and then was the first to throw a strike when they were getting back up. Then we saw, I can't recall what happened the second time. I think Kamaru shot, it was maybe 3 or 4, around 3 or 4. Anyways, you don't need a summary, you can go watch the fight. There wasn't much wrestling. That first takedown, I think it was round 1, maybe round 2, I think it was round 1. I mean, Dricus was right back up. And I think takedown 3, right back to his feet. And you gotta wonder, like, I don't know. I don't wanna say what's next for Kamaru because I haven't analyzed it yet, but man, when you can't do cardio, I don't know. How do you keep in step with your contemporaries when you just don't have, and don't get me wrong, Kamaru didn't look exhausted, but he just didn't look fresh. Dricus is younger. He's got 7 years younger, I think. I think Dricus is 32, and I think Kamaru is 39. So huge age difference, and it just felt like that. It felt like youth was on Dricus' side. Not that Dricus isn't working. I'm sure he's grinding. And I'll wrap it up by talking about something I talked about in a previous video. Dricus has this mentality that I have a lot of respect for. He's in there to go to war. He's in there willing to die. and I have a lot of respect for it. It was a phenomenal fight. I was annoyed because I went into the fight knowing what happened. Wasn't able to catch that fight live, but Dricus mentality, man. I am excited to see the future. Maybe another Sean. I think there's some fans that want to see the Khamzat matchup again because they're like, man, Khamzat smokes him. I don't know. I love, and another thing, I said I was gonna shut up, but you know, that's what this channel's for, is ranting. I love that MMA so often, I see it as almost like puzzle pieces. You'll have a fighter that just has the number of another, can just dominate this particular fighter. He just understands the style and he counters it. But then you'll have a guy who counters him. And then that first guy that was getting dominated, well, he counters it. You'll have a round robin where it's just these three guys, you know, they can beat the one guy, but he loses to that guy. It's the rock, paper, scissors. And man, that just gets, so like with Strickland, Khamzat, and Dricus, it's a round robin. Each of them can beat each other, but you know, doesn't go the other way. Now, I'll put in a little asterisk there because, including me, I watched both of those fights live, man, with the Dricus Strickland, and it's like, first name, last name, I'm changing around the names, but they were such brawls. It was hard for me to say definitely who won. So the fact that Dricus came out on top and Strickland happened to not, it wasn't like a blowout to me. There's a lot of people really upset, and I'm a huge Strickland fan, but I appreciate you guys. If you want high production documentaries, I put tons of effort into the documentaries I make. They're on my channel called Owen Lee Productions, @ Owen Lee Productions. I pour my soul into these. These are my, how do you say, your bread and butter, your meat and potatoes. I think that's a Chael Sonnen thing. I pour everything into these. I travel for interviews. I highly edit. I edit and try and just try and bring people value. I don't want people to click on my video and get bored. I want to entertain them. I want to teach them stuff maybe they didn't know. I want to analyze them. I want to ask them questions. And I put all that stuff into these documentaries. So if you want to watch a documentary on Dustin Poirier, Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira, Murad Valashvili, I've got a lot of different documentaries there. I'm working on one, which is my biggest yet. I've interviewed 3 people that I am so thankful that I got to interview. It's actually not on a fighter, but I think it's interesting anyways. Go check out that channel and subscribe if that interests you, and please subscribe here. Thank you so much.